I'm making this video for those of you who aren't feeling very good right now, and this happens to all of us, but it seems like right now it's happening to a lot of us, and there are so many different reasons for it. We all have different situations that we're going through in our lives. Some are similar, some are not, but what is similar is, things are hard for everyone, for anyone who's going through them at the time, but especially people who are very sensitive to other people's energy, people who are empathic, who pick up on the emotions of others. Right now, with what's going on in the world and the way things seem to be, I know I'm being affected. I'm being affected by kind of a sadness that I'm feeling coming from somewhere. I don't know quite where. I'm thinking I'm picking up a vibration from people, from the earth, from the cosmos. I don't know. But on top of that, just in day-to-day life, I know I pick up on other people's energy. I'm affected by the energy and negativity of people around me and just people who I come across. And it's really hard to shut that out. And it's especially hard when things start going wrong in your life and you're having stressful situations that you're having to face on a daily basis. And then the other type stresses that come up that are just these emergencies or mini emergencies or major emergencies that come up, and it can be incredibly overwhelming and leave us feeling like we can't think straight, we can't pull our thoughts together, we can't focus, we can't calm down, we can't lift ourselves up, and it just can lead to a real feeling of defeat and being completely run over, and you just don't even know what to do or what to think or where to go next from there. So this video is to all of you who have felt that, and all of you who are feeling it, and all of you who will feel it. I just want to remind everyone that we're here, those of us who are going to hear this video, those of us who are on YouTube who are looking for answers to specific questions about the nature of reality in the universe and God and human nature and what's about to happen and why are we here and where are we going. I just want to remind you that we've all found each other for a reason. We're all asking the same questions at the same time for a reason. And I can't convince myself that it's all in vain and that it means nothing and that the universe is going to run us over in spite of us searching honestly and sincerely for these answers. I have to think that in the searching for these answers, we're finding, I don't know, it's like picking up gemstones along a path to trying to find buried treasure. You have a map or you don't, and you've heard buried treasure has been left in a treasure chest buried somewhere, or you don't know where it is, and on the way you're picking up all these beautiful colored stones because they just catch your eye, but you don't even know that if you were to polish them or cut them open, they are the gemstones, the diamonds, the emeralds, the rubies, the sapphires. You don't know that, but it doesn't matter, because by the time you find the treasure chest, or if you don't, at the end of it all, when you sit down to rest with all your little bounty of pebbles that look like nothing, you already have what you're looking for, whether you know it or not. And I think that's how it's working for us. I think some of us will find the answers we're looking for and will know it when we find them, and some of us won't know we found what we're looking for until it's all said and done. But any way you look at it, I think when time is up, when I say that, I mean the timeline we're on comes to its end, which may be in our lifetimes, or when a shift of dimensions happens, which may or may not coincide with a very physical pole shift, or something of a planetary physical nature, a shift in reality occurs, or our own deaths, whatever happens to take us to the next level of our existence, which is going to be different for different people, I think that we will have found what we're looking for. I really do. I really, really do. And I think a lot of us have already, and we just don't know it and can't see it yet or recognize it, because shit is going wrong in our lives and in the world around us, and it's so hard to see clearly and recognize, because the recognizing of finding those answers is going to come as a light bulb going off in the head, or as aha, that's it, or it's going to come as a feeling, and that's what we're waiting for. But when the shit's being flung at us from every direction, how are we to recognize that spark? How are we to recognize that moment of realization when, or that feeling of everything is right, this is what I was looking for? How are we to recognize it when at the same time we're finding it or found it, life is piling on top of us burdens and problems and responsibilities and other people's bullshit, other people's problems, which they don't know how to deal with. A lot of times people are like this in any other way than to unload it on someone else, and you may be that someone else, or someone might be trying to help you and they just think they know it all and think they know what's best for you, so they tell you what they think you should do, and it might not be what's right for you. Especially those of us who are looking for these answers and are on this path. Our families, our friends, our co-workers don't know what we're thinking. They think that they know what's best for us. And if only we just stopped thinking so much and just unwound and had a few drinks, life would fall into place. If only we just did what they want us to do and follow their advice and go through the day-to-day robotic motions that society tells us we're supposed to go through in order to be normal, everything would fall into place. We just don't know that. We need them to tell us that. That's where they're coming from. They think they're helping. They don't realize that we know the world they live in, and we know what's wrong with the world they live in, and they may be happy in it because they're unaware of what's wrong with it, but we're aware of it. We've been there, we've done that, and we don't want to do it anymore. And it's painful waking up from that world and having everyone else still asleep in it telling us, you'll be happy if you do this, you'll be happy if you do this, and you'll be happy if you do this. So just block out everything that you're looking for like it doesn't exist. Go back to sleep, and here, follow me, do this, do that. It'll all be easy. You can go back to sleep, you wake up, you'll feel better, life will seem normal, you go on with your life, and everything's great. And everyone in our lives who cares about us and tries to help us but who isn't awake is going to come at us with that. And they're going to think we're nuts for talking about what we're talking about. They're going to think we think too much. They're going to think we worry too much. They're going to think we're unrealistic. And they're going to think we're crazy and living a not the real world. And here we are looking for a world more real than the one they're living in and the one that we used to live in, that we don't want to be part of anymore. As things shift and as things change, we go on to something better. So what I'm trying to tell you is that that is a painful process. Some have learned to make it easy. For those of you who have, that's amazing, and I love it when you pipe in and tell us all how to get there from here. Because some of you have figured out how to make it easier. And for those who are still stuck and struggling and feel like you're completely alone, when you look around you and everyone around you tells you you're different and need to be more normal and more like them and fit in by doing this, just hold on to the rest of us and know that even when people are busy and not answering their mail or can't always respond, we're all here together doing this, and we are together doing this, and we are finding our answers, whether we feel we're on a solitary path in finding them or a collective path in finding them. I have to think that we are going to awake into a reality, or shift into a reality, or die and cross over into a reality, depending on what our individual set of circumstances is, that is going to be in line with what it is we're looking for. And so we're not alone in that. And I just want to remind you all of that, because so many of you, I think, feel so completely alone right now and left out, and even here, I think you do, and I think we all have, and there will be times when we all will, and I just want to remind you, okay, not to give up. Don't give up, and don't stop looking, and don't stop searching, because you may already have the answers and just not know it, because life is just seeming like it's kicking your butt. Don't give into it. Don't go back to it. Don't go back to sleep. Don't cave into what others want from you, because it makes it easier for them or for you to interact with them. Be who you are, because who you are is becoming absolutely perfect. From my viewpoint, those of you searching for these answers, you're becoming who you're supposed to be and getting further and further away from who you're not. And that's a beautiful thing. And I just want you to know that, and I want to remind you of it. Just don't give up. Don't give up on you. Alright? Don't give up on what you know you're looking for, even though it seems like it's buried somewhere, or up in a tree, or hidden behind a veil, and you don't know where it is. I'm telling you, it's right there. You have it. You found it. You're finding it. Don't give up. And don't let anyone else talk you into giving up, or compromising, or going back to sleep, because it just isn't worth, it's not worth it to be in that reality again. It might seem easier on the surface, but I'm telling you, it just is not for what we're hoping to achieve at the end of all this, which will be a beginning. I don't want it to be an end, and it might be for those who go back to sleep or stay asleep.